What's up, Wildcat fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home for Struthers Wildcat basketball. Player profile. Profiling a senior player of the Struthers basketball team, sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions. And again, Wildcat fans, as the GM of YSN, I can't thank them enough for all they do for us at YSN and give all you great fans and Struthers a chance to watch Wildcat Hoops on YSNLive.com. Glad to be joined by senior guard Trey Metzka. First of all, Trey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Oh, it should be. It's an honor for us to talk to you. You've had a great career at Struthers and continue to improve and get better. You guys come off a great weekend last week. We'll get into that. An exciting weekend we'll talk about. But first and foremost, Trey, for Wildcat Nation, tell everybody a little bit about Trey Metzka. Talk about your family a little bit, and we'll go from there.
Me, Trey Metzka. I live with my mom and my younger sister. My mom, Carrie, my sister, Marissa. I have 2 dogs, Sadie and Nika. And then also I split time. I'm with my dad, Mark. So a lot of people know him around. I believe you do as well. So
let's jump into the parents. Your mom's a fantastic parent. I know she supports everything you do. I'm one of those social media guys that like to follow. Mark Metzka, your dad, one of the best players, in my opinion, around here in a long, long time, has coached a lot, has helped you a lot, I'm sure. Let's go there. Mark Metzka, the dad, how is that relationship for you and him, father and son? It has to be helpful, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely an interesting dynamic, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. He's done a lot for me, and I surely wouldn't be where I am without him. So yeah, I'm very grateful for everything he's done for me over the years.
Dynamic when you have a dad as a coach. I remember those days with my son. Times, but I also know how proud your father is of the career you are having and continue to have, brothers. Mom also supports everything you do. That's my next question. This COVID situation, the fan situation, the limited attendance, knowing you have support your family when you're playing, how important is that to you?
Oh, it's great. You know, obviously everything's limited, so certain people can't be there, but I'm very grateful for everybody that has been able to come so far, just to even have a season and have my loved ones there with me, as well as watching on YSN. I think it's great that, you know, I have some of my friends or extended family that get a chance to watch us play during these times because of what you guys are able to do.
Well, we appreciate that. We're proud to be a home of Struthers Hoops. Wildcat fans, you can watch Struthers Hoops, YSNLive.com/Struthers. We'll get into that situation and this week's schedule coming up for them. I want to talk about you as a basketball player. I've watched you for 4 years now. Every year you continue to get better. Your senior year comes along. You have a good senior group. You guys play very well together. Trey, my question, as a senior, when September came around, there was a lot of unknowns. I'm one of those guys I hoped and wanted to see kids like you get their senior season. Once the season started, now you meet all these expectations, the protocols, the everyday constants with COVID. Talk about this senior year and how important it is that there's a basketball season for you and the rest of your senior teammates.
Oh, I think it's very important just based off everything we did in the off season. We worked hard. We did everything the right way. So we always thought, like you said, in September early, we had no idea what was going on. Didn't know if we were going to get the opportunity to play, but we just took it one day at a time. We're very grateful to be in the scenario we're in right now.
You guys are taking big advantage of it. From a YSN standpoint, Trey, I say when I can wake up every day and pop on YSN and see our live game schedule, yes, there's been quarantine periods for teams, but when I see that, it makes me happy because kids are starting to get back some normalcy in their day-to-day activities. And I know that means a lot to you as a senior to get to play. So continue to be who you are. But I wanted to talk a little bit about last week. Struthers plays Poland Tuesday night. I was able to watch the game. That's a huge rivalry. I talked with Coach Bernecki. We went over some things. He thought defense was going to be the keys. What an effort by you and that group of players to do what you did to Poland, number one. But defensively, I see this team, and then you beat Lakeview. Talk about this team's progression defensively. I know this is a group I want to win a district. I know you want to win a regional. I know you want to win a state. as a former coach, I think all those things are achievable. But that defensive effort last week against Poland and Lake, talk about that.
Well, yeah, like you said, we want to accomplish a lot of things as a team, and none of that's possible without defense. We're aware of like the talent and stuff we have with the group, but playing together and playing for each other on the defensive side is something we've been emphasizing for a couple years, better part of 2 years now with this group that we've had. So that kind of culminating together and bringing that and putting it on display in that Poland game was good. We got a ton of respect for a team like them. They play hard, they do their thing. So for us to have a defensive effort like that, and really just we look together out there, and you could tell. So it was really encouraging for us.
Yeah, no doubt. You look together, and I was able to watch the game Trey Friday night. Lakeview's not an easy place to play. That's a good basketball team. Coach talked about that again. I want to say I told Coach like mid-second quarter, beginning of the second quarter, that's the Struthers team that I'm used to watching. So 2 good wins for a basketball team that continues to get better. Coach Wernicke, known him a long time. I do some clock for YSU, so how has Coach Wernicke been for this basketball team? He seems like the guy that is doing all the right things.
Oh, he's been great. Like you said, we had our fair share of adversity as a group, coming in his first year, but he's always believed in us the whole way. He does everything for his guys, got so much love for this team, and he's pushed us hard to get as good as we can. So we couldn't do it without having him around, and I'm very grateful for everything he's done for me and for the rest of this team.
Well, those are great words. I want to talk about Trey Metzka's game a little bit here before we get into rapid fire. I love watching you play because it could be a breakaway dunk, it could be a 3, it could be a steal. Talk about how your game has progressed. Let's go back to junior year last year, Cheney game, district championship, to where you're at now. Talk about the progressions, what you've worked on to become a better player.
I think I've made a lot of progression since then. Just working on more so my mental side on the defensive end, just being more solid, staying in position, being there for my teammates, being in help side, knowing rotations, that kind of thing. And then as far as offensively goes, I think I've tried to develop more of like a secondary handle role, just to be more comfortable in things such as like ball screen scenarios, things like that. Just knowing when to make the right play for the team.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, because hats off. You are doing all the right things right now. Continue to prove on that. With Trey Metzka, senior profile, sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions. We'll have the Wildcat game, ysnlive.com, against Girard at home on Tuesday. You will go to Jefferson on Friday. But a pretty big development late last week. Tomorrow you will go play Villa Angela St. Joe's, one of the premier powers in the state of Ohio, at the Cleveland Cavaliers Rocket Mortgage Arena. 3 o'clock tomorrow, Struthers will face Villa St. Joe's. As a senior, as a competitor, as a team that has played a great schedule, how exciting is tomorrow for this group?
Oh, it's super exciting. First, to have the privilege just to go and play in Rocket Mortgage, I think that's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a great experience that I'll remember forever. And then secondly, as you talked about Cleveland, Villa Angela being a powerhouse, I've watched them play in state tournaments when I was younger. I would go up with my dad and see them win state championships. So to know that kind of history and tradition that program has as a competitor, I'm so excited, and I can't wait to go play against them.
Well, you got to enjoy every second of that, Trey, no doubt. And that's the only game I talked with Coach. I know that's the only one you're worried about. Girard and Jefferson will come later in the week. But Wildcat fans, it's a great opportunity for your basketball team to go to Cleveland and represent Struthers, Ohio, against a quality opponent. We look forward to that. And, Trey, I'm going to say it. The Cats get a win tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind that your staff and your senior group and you guys will do whatever it takes for Struthers to get a big win against St. Joe's. But we're going to go into a little rapid fire. I want to ask you some questions. No wrong answers, so anything you say is good. The first one I want to go with you is Trey Metzka, senior. After high school's done, I know you want to be a college basketball player. Talk about that situation a little bit.
It's kind of unique. I definitely want to play in college. I've explored as many different options as I could find so far. I'm still not really sure what I want to do. Everything's been obviously crazy with COVID. Recruiting changed. It's nothing what I thought it would be like growing up. Looking into my senior year, I didn't imagine it'd be like this, but it's going the best it can, and we're just gonna continue to get better every day, and I'll figure out where I'm supposed to be.
And there's no doubt you'll figure out where you're supposed to be. We get a lot of college coaches watch YSN. So college coaches, I'm going to shout them out. Trey Metzka, take a look, can help your program in many, many ways. So hats off for you. And there's no doubt that you will to go to the next level. All right, next question. Favorite color Gatorade?
Favorite color Gatorade? I'll go with orange. I like orange Gatorade.
Okay, that's been a popular answer. To Lisbon, this morning I did a Lisbon player, and he was with orange Gatorade. So that's a pretty unique thing. Blaine Brownfield, one of their senior players.
Oh, I know Blaine, yeah.
Blaine, so another good player. He's having a great year himself. So
absolutely.
Here's one for you. Tomorrow when you get to Rocket Loans Arena, what music is Trey Metzka listening to get hyped for the Villa St. Joe's game?
What music am I listening to? Let's see here. That's a good question. Probably anything by. We'll go with Baby Smooth is what I'm feeling.
Baby Smooth. All right, I'm going to have to check with my daughter, who's a sophomore at Urson, on Baby Smooth, but I will get that before you take the floor tomorrow, so I know what it is. All right.
Smooth with a V at the end.
Okay. Favorite college basketball team?
College basketball team, Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Big win yesterday by Ohio State against a good Illinois team. Favorite pro basketball team?
Pro basketball team, I like the Miami Heat.
All right, the Miami Heat, they had a great year. Jimmy Butler is a fantastic player. What he did in the finals last year, like we've talked about, in those conditions. And I couldn't imagine, Trey. I really couldn't, going away from my family, being bubbled and doing what those athletes do. Hats off to them. Struthers High School. Trey Metzka's favorite class you've had at Struthers High School?
Favorite class I've ever had? I think I'll go with what I'm taking right now, journalism. I got on the hoodie for it, Student Prince right here.
All right, student journalism.
Miss Montine, so that's one of my favorites, journalism.
Shout out by Trey Metzka. So off of that, your favorite teacher you've had at Struthers, is there one?
I don't know if I could pick an absolute favorite throughout all the years I've been going here all my life. But there's definitely some that stick out, yeah, that have made an impact.
Well, shout out to all the teachers at Struthers for the job they do with the Struthers athletes.
I think we've got great faculty here. I've loved just about every one of my teachers.
Well, that's great to hear you say. And again, you represent Struthers High School so well on and off the court. I know they're proud of all your accomplishments. Last one, senior year, end of the season's coming fast. Tournament. How does Trey Metzka want this Struthers senior year to end?
I just want it to end together, honestly. I think if this team sticks together and keeps doing what we're doing, it won't end for a while and we can keep pushing forward. But I want to do this with the guys that I've been doing this with my whole life. I want to finish with everybody next to me that we all worked so hard together. I think we deserve a happy ending together.
Well, my man, hats off, because that's an outstanding answer, number one, as one of the senior leaders on this basketball team. From myself, from DJ Yoakley, from Brian Scott, all of us at YSN, we wish you nothing, and the rest of the basketball team and staff, but the best of luck throughout the season. We're proud to be a part of Struthers basketball. But on your end of it, Trey, I know how proud your parents are. I know how much that means to you. I'm sure they're thrilled at the progress their son, Trey Metzka, is having through his senior year. So keep being you, brother. Have a good week of basketball. Hopefully go get 3 wins this week. Stay undefeated, continue to improve, and the sky's the limit for this basketball team. But thanks for joining us, and we hope you have a great day and a good next week.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All righty, Trey. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you.